Welcome back to the Charismatic Voice. Today, for Dimash Monday, we're going to be listening to Dimash Kudaibergen performing My Heart Will Go On, arguably one of the most famous songs of all times. It was originally in the film Titanic with music by James Horner and performed by Celine Dion. Now, I loved this song so much when I was in high school. I loved it a little too much. I sang it a bunch. Of course, every single girl in high school was singing it. And I have to say, it got a little old. So I'm hoping that this will be a nice refresher of a really great song. Let's get to it.
Every night in my dreams, I see you, I feel you. That is how I know you go on. Far across the distance and spaces between us, you have come to show you go on. Near, far, wherever you are, I believe that the hardest go on.
Before we get too far in this, a really, really lovely tone quality from him. I do like his voice in this piece a lot. He has natural vulnerability and a lot of control vibrato, so it really, really works here. I also like the way that he leaned into the lower note before essentially using that as a gentle launch for the top note. That was a way to give more weight to the bottom so that the top note had a little more connection, but didn't necessarily pop out and sound much louder. It made it both tender and connected. It's really good vocal technique too. And there's some really fun extra runs that he's adding, or little ornamentations that he's adding in here, which I think make the song more his. So I'm going to go back just a little bit so you can hear that moment. Let's just go back. I think it's about this far. Let's go back a little more. That moment, really good technique.
Once more, you open the door, and you hear in my heart, and my heart will go on the door.
I'm always careful before saying anything critical of Dimash because I think he's just really amazing. The English here could be a little bit better, but it's very impressive for him, especially because it's not his native language. But one of the things that's really difficult in English pronunciation is different H pronunciations. So heart, there's a heart, there's a H that's further back in the mouth, and then there's one that has a Y glide essentially on the front of it, hia or ha. There's two, and Dimash doesn't have them quite right here. So you hear him saying heart, heart instead of heart. So so here is the yeah, it has a little more ya motion with the tongue essentially here. So the tongue, the front of the tongue goes a little bit higher in the mouth, whereas in heart, the tongue just lays really flat. So that's one of the spots that I hear in his English pronunciation. It could be better, but this was from 2018. I mean, how many languages has he already sung in at this point? He's amazing. He just is a really incredible artist, and his English continues to improve as years go on too. So bravo to him.
In my heart, my heart will go on and on. Love can touch us one time and last for a lifetime and never let go till we go. Love is when I loved you, one true time I call to, in when I will always go.
Just quick note to say, I love, he's jumped an octave higher now. I love his tone quality for this. It's so pure and it gets me. There's something about it. It's really lovely. He even held that last one out a little bit extra to just give us a little more. I love these long phrases. It's good writing in the first place. I mean, this song is really, really good. I love the way his voice is just soaring through them. You get this feeling of really smooth, big growth, and then just a slow taper off. It's really beautiful, long phrasing that shows both breath control and good use of breath energy as well. Anybody else thinking about that penny whistle solo card and Cards Against Humanity? Because that's what this reminds me of. I don't know. Quick joke aside, let's go back. Transition. Ooh. Oh, that was good. That was really good. So right before this big section started, he didn't go up just one key. He went up a few keys. So it's that was really exciting to hear because suddenly you knew, oh my gosh, he's not going to just take it up one notch. It's going to go way up here. It's amazing he's doing these belted notes. They're in his full voice. Okay, that's a full head voice right there. It is belted. It's not flipping to falsetto. Nope. It is just really strong and laser-like. I love it. Also, this last note was incredible, the way he held it, and then just gave little moments of vibrato. It had so much strength, but then that teensy bit of vulnerability that came in with vibrato, and he even did a little call off on the end. I love the decision to do this even higher, and I love the way he held this note. So let's go back just a little bit and catch the held note again. Oh. back and leaning into he's bending his knee. It feels like he's actually going into the stage a little bit more. That's something that some singers will do to give them extra breath support towards the end of notes. They'll kind of like have a feeling of sinking into the stage. That helps keep the breath really low. If the breath gets too high, it's easy for it to just escape. And so really grounding yourself is helpful for long notes like that. Check that out one more time.
Stay forever this way. You are safe in my heart, and my heart will go on and on.
Wow. Wow. I would have thought that he would have ended it up on that higher key, and him dropping it back down, it just was so tasteful. It's also really hard to do that. And you guys have probably heard me talk about this already. Taking something from where it's like going full steam ahead, where you're singing high, you're belting, it gets your blood pumping a lot as a singer, and recentering and having the focus and calm inside to drop it down again. It's hard. It's hard to keep it steady. You also have to shift the breath pressure that's required at that point. You need a different kind of breath pressure for high notes than you do for low notes. And this moment, this kind of, it's not just this moment. There are multiple moments like it. Dimash is really good at doing this. He's perfected it for a long time now. So it's very, very impressive to me each time still. Let's catch that once more.
My heart stay forever this way. You are safe in my heart, and my heart will go on and on.
Oof, gorgeous. Wow. Dimash is giving Celine a run for her money in this performance. Oh man, the way he boosted that in the middle up an extra few keys, had that laser-like belt sustained the whole time, even had some like extra special ornamentations in there, and then brought it back at the end with this centered but tender tone. It was just brilliant, fantastic. I loved it. Thank you to all of you, to my patrons, and to all of you for your amazing recommendations. I love your suggestions so much. If you would like to be able to recommend and talk a lot more, I invite you to check out the Patreon. I have live video chats with people on there once a week, and we're adding another day too. I also have live chats at 8 a.m. Arizona time on YouTube on Mondays and Fridays. And if you want to learn how to sing and get like some really solid vocal foundations, I have what is the most personal and intensive singing course online available through my website. So I'll hope to see you somewhere soon. Thank you.